my body. And
so the jeers there as they're waving the Syrian flag for this fellow, Mustafa Hamsho. I was rather surprised. I thought he might get a better reception at Madison Square Garden, but there you are. It's to be understood, despite the fact that he's now an American citizen, just recently taken out those papers. Lives in Brooklyn now. Family, actually they're not family, he's an adopted son of the Syrians who run a big pastry shop over there in Brooklyn. I've actually been a guest at their home. But a real tough fellow, Hamsho, I tell you that. So as they blare out the Rocky theme, there's a lot of Hamsho supporters. And just coming out of the famous tunnel here at Madison Square Garden, there he is, marvellous Marvin Hagler, the hooded champ. And you'll hear the cheers rise when they see him come in there. If they recognise him behind all that hooding, but they'll know. Comparable in many ways to the Wembley tunnel, that, isn't it, as he hits the famous arena. Almost a capacity crowd here. Stars and stripes forever. 9 defenses of the championship. And total concentration. Notice that with Hagler, always has been. Very pleasant man outside of business duties. But when he's got a fight on his mind, nothing detracts him. And I think that's one of the reasons that makes him a good champion.
And now let's get ready to rumble. This is it. 15 rounds for the undisputed middleweight championship of the world. Introducing first in the red corner. He's wearing green trunks and weighs 159.5 pounds. His professional record, an outstanding one. 38 victories, only 2 losses and 2 draws. 23 by knockout. He's formerly from Syria and now from Brooklyn, New York. The #1 contender in the world, Mustafa Hamsho. And now, ladies and gentlemen, in the blue corner, wearing blue trunks at 159.5 pounds, his record, 59 victories, only 2 losses and 2 draws, 49 by knockout from Brockton, Massachusetts, the undisputed middleweight champion of the world, marvelous Marvin Hagler.
So Marvin Hagler always wanted to fight at the Mecca of boxing, as he calls it, Madison Square Garden. Still has a great aura, a great atmosphere here, almost a capacity crowd. And he's always looking, he's always wanted to be acclaimed as one of the great ones. Arthur McCanty, the New York referee, giving a breakdown.
We expect you to obey these instructions, and I will be here to enforce them. Shake hands now. Return to your corners to await the starting bell. Good luck.
So that's where the nerves start tingling now. Just handshakes all round over there in Hagler's corner. A very tight-knit team, that, with the Petronelli brothers. So the return battle then underway. Undisputed World Middleweight Championship. Marvin Hagler, 9 defenses. And Hamsho, tough as old boots in many ways, outpointed Alan Minter in an eliminator to first fight Hagler, but he was stopped in 11 rounds in a really bruising battle at Richfield near Chicago, which I saw, and they're trying to say that Hamsho now can improve on that score. I'm not sure that he can. We'll soon find out. You can't really teach an old dog new tricks. He's brought in Al Savani, one of the most experienced, over 70 years old trainer. Says he's going to try and bob and weave, get inside the long arms of the southpaw Hagler. But he really is one of the all-time great champions. He always just does what he wants to win. He doesn't always get involved as much as people would like him to, Hagler. He didn't in the Roberto Duran fight. But unbeaten for 8 years takes a bit of doing. And he's not very keen on that, Hagler. He doesn't want to be pulled onto punches. He's known for his rough tactics, Hamsho. He learned his boxing, of course, in America, Hamsho. He's just recently become an American citizen. He jumped ship to get here and had to be taken to Canada to come back again legally. And in fact, he was a guest of one of Her Majesty's prisons for a few days when he was 17. He did the same thing in England. Tried to jump ship and stay there. Immaculately turned out for this fight, Hagler. And he says, I'm not taking it easy with this fellow. I feel very mean, very serious, he said before the fight. Often wonder whether world champions suddenly sort of run out of ambition. He wanted badly to fight Tommy Hearns to make really big money. Hearns is here with us at ringside. But this was the official challenger, Hamsho. And we've got to wait until after the fight to see whether the World Boxing Council are going to withdraw their recognition. But in any case, it's for the World Boxing Association and the International Boxing Federation Championships. 15 rounds. Certainly, judging from the first fight, Hamsho boxing with a little bit more caution, and maybe he's been listening to the new training tactics. He normally fights with his face a bit too much. Hagler's not going to like this if it's roughed up. He's already appealing to the referee, and he's talking back there to Hamsho. Stop holding. He should have his mind on other business. Let the referee take care of that. And now Al Serto's having a row with the referee, Arthur McCanty, saying, stop listening to what Hagler's telling you. Hagler definitely, Al Serto, the manager of Hamsho, is asking to talk to the commissioner. He wants this stop that Hagler's talking to Hamsho. And he's cut there, Hamsho. I think that's one of the objections. Let's have a look at the overhead camera. It was Hamsho who came in first with his head. He looks like he's caused his own cut.
Land the punch when you make a miss.
So the New York referee, Arthur McCanty, got a job on his hands here. It's getting a bit ill-tempered after only one round. So now let's see if in the second things quieten down a bit. I don't think they will. First round was fairly close, really. There wasn't too much going on. I suppose you could say Hagler might have stolen it, but that was about all. There are cynics in the fight game. I've often said that Hagler's strictly a front runner. He likes things his own way. Well, so far he's had most things his own way. One of the unusual things, we've got a lady judge here tonight, Eva Shane. 3 judges vote, the referee doesn't in the WBA, and the 3 knockdown rule is in effect. It means if any one boxer goes down 3 times in one round, he'll stop. Oh, and at that point, when he stood square on and tried to slug it out, Hamsho, he almost paid the penalty with that, because Hagler picks good punches when he's countering. Hamsho's unbeaten since he last lost to this champion. Decision over Wilfredo Benitez. Knocked Bobby chairs off the pedestal. He looked like being a good fighter. So he really deserved the #1 spot, but he's quite badly cut. It looks as though it's on the top of the nose, the corner of the eye, Hamsho.
Watch your head!
definitely going to be a rough one. The heads are getting a bit rough, and McCanty reminding him of it. I'm not sure. It's more of the style of their fighting than really being deliberate, I suspect. Because last time they were both cut badly. Hamsho obviously worse than Hagler, but Hagler had quite a few stitches, which is very unusual. Oh, referee risking it a bit as he goes in there. They're not breaking on command. He looks as though he's got to physically do it. The leading right hand punch. That's Hagler's really chief one. He looks as though he might be out of distance, but he isn't. He's got deceptively long arms. The crowd echoed that one. They knew that right hook right above our commentary position there caught Hamsho on the chin. Better round for Hagler. That's Al Savani there, working on that cut. Close friend of Frank Sinatra's, who advises in all the film sets, but this is for the real thing. They're using the adrenaline on Hamsho's cut. So there you go in the replay there. You see how fierce this is getting. It's a rough fight. So you can just see some blood smeared there in the replay on Hamsho. And that was the right hook that the crowd rose to. We're into the third round. And it looks to me like a repeat of their first fight, where it's going to be all bruise and battle and swing and hope from this strong fella, Mustafa Hamsho. And Hagler trying to outsmart him and obviously outpunch him. Bit of shoving with the shoulder there. Oh, and the head. Oh, that was a bit obvious. He'd get a good transfer for a centre forward for a team that needs one. Be unusual if we saw a disqualification in a championship fight. Hagler would like to keep this fight at long range. He doesn't want to get... You see, that's where he's so good, with the longer punches anyway. And getting inside with body fighting, well, that's Hamsho's turf.
Stop holding, Hamsho!
Well, this ring's pitched on the ice rink at Madison Square Garden, but it'll take a lot more than that to cool this one down.
Stop holding and hitting!
Stop holding and hitting, says McCanty. Hasn't got much style, Hamsho, but he's a wearing down fighter, but the right hand right on the chin there. He softened him up earlier with that one. But toughness is not being related to winning as far as Hamsho's concerned. He looks as in trouble. It's 7-8. He's making it clear. He's getting the mandatory 8. But he is definitely in a lot of trouble here, Hamsho. And Hagler can do it in the third. So all the pre-fight tactics haven't really paid off. He's got to get in there and try and slug it out. Hopefully take the play away a bit from Hagler now. But I doubt if he can do it, almost losing his trunks too. If Hagler picks his punches now, actually pot shots, he can't miss Hamsho, I should say. Just on instinct now, Hamsho, it's all he's doing. He went 11 rounds last time, but he won't be able to do it here, I don't think. He's floundering. Oh, on the right hand again. There was almost a delay as he went down. Al Certo, the manager, says no more. He's in there. A compassionate act there by the manager. And the referee couldn't understand why he came in. But I hand that to Al Certo to get in the ring because he could see Hamsho had it. And that's one of the most complete victories, really, for Marvin Hagler. No wonder he officially calls himself Marvelous Marvin. And is entitled to do that. 63 fights now. This is his 64th, his 10th title defense. We make that 2 minutes 31 of round 3. And there's the permitting himself a smile at long last. He really is a nice guy outside of the ring, believe me, Marvin Hagler, but when he's in there, he's all business. Well, it seems to me now that the World Boxing Council have got to say, yes, it's for the championship. There's the right hand that did it in replay. He backs off, and he was almost saying, well, I know I'm going down, but where's the corner to go? Let's have another look now. Angle of that replay. The left hook, the right hand, the sweat through off his head, and really you can understand why the manager came in and stopped it. So the overhead camera, the referee moves away. A wild swinging punch, really, but he knew he couldn't miss Hamsho with that shot. Wearing the 3 championship belts. The shaven head then of the champion. When he was an amateur and the AAU champion at 20, he used to let his hair grow those days. But at 30, this fellow can keep going. The New York physician has visited him over there, Hamsho. He just got caught far too early in the fight. He was going to use wearing down tactics, but really you can't do that with a fellow like Hagler. All the words that Hamsho used before the fight, Hagler's made him pay for it a little bit. He's calling down to me there, Hagler. How was that? So let's go over now to our colleague Larry Merchant with the champion.
Give me Tommy Hearn. What happened when he butted you, Marvin? Excuse me? What happened when he butted you? Well, you see him very dirty. It's very obvious. I see then there was no referee out there in this ring. So you want to play dirty? I'll play dirty. You seemed even almost wild in your anxiety to hurt him. Well, I stopped it, though. I cut it down and started putting things together, and I realized, let him off a little bit. He's got to leave an opening. Let him get the crazy. Let him be the crazy one. Wasn't he trying not to come in a straight line at you as he did in the first fight? He tried to be a little cute. More bobbing and weaving, but he can't whoop Marvelous Marvin Hagler. That's it. Nobody can whoop me. I'm the best. They won't give me the credit, not even you. But I'm the best. I'm waiting one day to hear you say that I am the greatest. I'm waiting. We're going to take a look at the second knockdown, Marvin. Describe it for us. Well, I was a little wild, like you said. I had to settle down. I tried to put the combinations together. Nice. Nice uppercut. Didn't just matter of just putting it to punching. I had so much more combinations, and we was planning on using. Here it comes again. This is one of the punches that I worked on in training camp here, because he drops his right hand there a little bit. And like I said, he's got a big heart. He's courageous. He came to fight, but he can't whoop no Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Did you want to put a show on here in your debut at Madison Square Garden? My debut right here at Madison Square. This is the highlight of my career, and I'm glad that I've done it right here at Madison Square Garden. I'm glad that what had happened was by me being exposed to the rest of the world and come here. New York was ready for me. They were ready. It's a good birthday present. Also, today is my manager, Goodies, and Pat Petronelli's birthday also. And also my grandmother, Bessie Hagler. What's the next fight? Well, we don't know. We're taking one step at a time. But you know who we want. You know who the public want. You can ask them. I'm going to tell you, he better come and get me before I decide that I don't want him.
For that impressive performance. They won't fight, though, until next year at the